right, well, we have reached our destination for today. Today, we're going to hike the Dog Slaughter Falls Trail. It's in the Daniel Boone National Forest near Cumberland Falls. And as you can see, this trailhead is not marked. This is the shorter trailhead. It's about 1.5 miles from here to the falls and 1.5 miles back, so about 3 miles round trip. Now, to get out here, you got to come 3 miles out a Forest Service road. Be sure to follow your GPS on your AllTrails. It'll bring you right to here. Now, there's a longer trailhead. It's on up. I think it's 3.5 miles or so one way. But we're going to hike this one today. So if you guys are ready to go, let's walk on down. Well, we've come down from the trailhead just a little ways, and we've come across this bridge. Now, this is how you know you're on the right trail to go to dog slaughter, because right down from the trailhead is this bridge. And if you find this bridge, you're definitely on the right trail. And this is Dog Slaughter Creek. Looks like there's a sign up ahead of us here. Yep. It says Dog Slaughter Trail 414. And pointing to the left, it says FS Road 195, Upper Trailhead, 2 3/4 miles. So that's the trailhead I was talking about that's up the road about 3 miles. This is the shorter one. And then it says Dog Slaughter Falls, 1 mile. And Sheltui Trace, 1 1/4 miles. So we're gonna go this way. Let's head on. Well, here's an interesting part of the trail here. As you can tell, this trail can be rough in places. And it's rated as moderate, and I guess that's probably why. Got this little waterfall going on right here. You can see that's pretty wet and pretty tricky, and definitely a rough surface trail here. So if you bring your kids out here, definitely be careful with them. Here's our view a little further down the trail, and we are still walking beside Dog Slaughter Creek. It is absolutely beautiful out here, folks. I'm going to let you just listen to this for a second. Well, I could stand here all day, but we better get on down the trail and see if we can't find Dog Slaughter Falls. All right, well, I got down to the creek crossing and I heard water falling, so I decided to come up the creek here. And I followed it up a little ways and found this. It's a pretty little waterfall. I imagine it's very impressive after a rain. Still really pretty right now, though. Well, all right. We better pick our way back down the creek here and get back on the trail. I'll see you guys on up a ways. Here we are back down by the creek again. And look at this rock. Must have came from the cliffs way up there at some time. But the trail goes right up by it. You can see some rock steps right there. Just another one of the neat things to see along the trail here. All right, well, I'm gonna climb up these steps and I'll meet you guys down the trail a little further. Well, here we are around and underneath that rock. Wow, that water is so clear. I bet you it's deep though. I bet you that's 3 or 4 feet deep at least there. See all the gnats dancing. This is definitely a special place, folks. Well, all right, we better get moving. Here's another interesting part of the trail. You know, 1 minute it'll be nice and flat and smooth, and the next minute it'll be all rocks and roots. And we're headed back uphill again, so we'll probably see some more interesting rock houses on further up here. I don't think I can record and climb up this, so I'll meet you guys on up the trail. Here we are up on the hill again, and there are the cliffs there up above us. And looks like somebody got away from the cliff and made it down the hill a little bit. And the trail is going through a grove of hemlocks right now. This is absolutely beautiful this time of the morning. And as you can see, the trail's a little better here. But you get up on the ridge, it flattens out again, and not so many rocks and not so many roots. All right, well, let's keep headed on toward the falls. Well, we're still up on the ridge, and here are some massive boulders, and you can definitely see the cliff from here. That is impressive. The water's getting louder down there at the creek, so I think we're getting closer to the falls. Let's go investigate. Well, there it is. We're up above it. That is Dog Slaughter Falls. So I was right. I could definitely hear water up there. We still got to hike up and around the cliff here and get down lower. So let's move on around and get a closer look. Well, we just scrambled down those rocks right there. And we're on our way down to the falls. Just give you a look at this cliff we were just looking at the falls off of a few minutes ago. And they're right down there over the hill. So we're gonna head on down there and I'll meet you guys at the falls. And there we are, folks, Dog Slaughter Falls. Isn't she pretty? Now some of you are probably wondering why this waterfall is called Dog Slaughter Falls. I have been told several different stories by several different people, and I have been told by other people that none of those stories are true. So I'm not going to repeat them, and I'm just going to say I don't know. If you know why this waterfall is called Dog Slaughter, please tell me down in the comments, because I would really like to know. I've been coming here for years and have no idea at all. Now, Dog Slaughter is one of the more popular waterfalls here in this area in the Daniel Boone National Forest. This and Eagle Falls are usually very crowded. This morning, I am the only person here. This does not happen very often. Let's move down closer to the waterfall for a better look. All right, I lied. Instead of going a little closer, I wanted to show you this first. We're a little further back from the falls, as you can see. But there's actually a white sand beach out here. And let me tell you, this gets used in the summertime. Look at that huge rock sticking up. Reminds me of Pride Rock. Give you an idea how high those cliffs are around this waterfall. All right, now we're gonna go get a closer look. I'll meet you out here in the middle of the stream. Here we are a little closer. We're right in the middle of the creek here in front of the falls. I don't think I can get any closer than that. That water gets deep quick right there. Now, a minute ago, I mentioned that Dog Slaughter Falls and Eagle Falls are two of the most popular waterfalls in this area. They're also sister falls because they were created as Cumberland Falls eroded its way up the Cumberland River to its present site. Now, we're about 3 miles down the river from Cumberland Falls right now. And the river is behind me, probably down this creek, probably another half a mile. So very cool that Cumberland Falls created some of the other most popular waterfalls we have. All right, well, I think this is as close as we're going to be able to get. I just picked my way across the creek there, and I stepped on a rock that I thought was maybe under ankle-deep water. It ended up being thigh-deep. Let me tell you, the water here is still cold. The things I do to bring you guys the great shots. Well, I'm going to stop talking for a few seconds so y'all can enjoy this waterfall. One last look at Dog Slaughter Falls. Keep in mind, folks, like I showed you on the video, trails rough in places, rocks and roots, up and down hills. So if you're not in decent shape, I wouldn't recommend trying to come out here. Definitely be careful of your steps. This would be great for your kids, but be sure you keep an eye on them. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, be sure to give us a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you know when we put up new content. Thanks for coming along today, folks, and we'll see y'all next time.